Hey everyone, what's going on? New Horizon here, and we are back with some demo work. We are demoing this sidewalk. We are helping out a good friend named Roman, who's a volunteer firefighter, also owns a roofing company called Legacy Roofing, or I think works for the company, or maybe not owns, but works for the company, or really big part of the company. So he asked me if I could come and tear out the sidewalk, and this whole area you see right here is what you call unlevel, and he wanted to get it leveled up because it's, you know, sometimes when he mows it wants to scalp and he wants to fix that up, and the grass isn't so good. It's a lot of weeds and a lot of clover, and the rest of the yard looks pretty good, as you see the Roman there walking into the deal. So we look, basically this old sidewalk just fell apart as I picked it up, so except for the piece closest to the road there, which as you'll see gave us a little bit of trouble. So we did call Julie, and as you can see the blue flag there, and there's an orange flag, but they told us that it was deep enough that we could, you know, till over the top of it and not be too worried. We do have a water line running down the side there of the road. It is 4 feet down, so shouldn't have to worry about that. And we do have a fiber optic cable, which they said is around a foot and a half. So for the new internet that's going in around town. So there we go. So let's get these chunks of concrete loaded up and get to this lawn looking better than it was. Hope you guys enjoy this video, and it's gonna look so much better. I'm super excited to see how this looks after the new grass comes in. Well, this tree definitely needed trimmed, and I didn't bring a ladder or anything, so Roman got up there in the bucket of the kubota, which probably wasn't the greatest thing to do, but he said it was fine. He got up there and took the saw and trimmed some of the branches up to raise the canopy up so that tree limbs wouldn't smack you in the face when you're walking across the lawn or mowing the lawn. So he got all those cut off, and then we cut them up, and they looked a lot better. As you can see, the canopy's raised up there, and more air and sunlight can get in to help that new grass. Hey, I think that truck was speeding. Hey, I want to give a big thank you to my buddy Chris that came out there, and you'll see him probably off and on throughout the video, but he came out and brought his drone and flew around while I was working, and we made a quick little clip out of it. I hope you enjoyed that. I will be getting a drone for the channel here very soon. We'll be doing a product review on that, probably on my product review channel, and we're going to be using it a lot more to make awesome videos for you guys, so stay tuned. I'm super excited for that. So as I'm working with the dirt here and raking out all the clumps of old grass and all that, Roman did get a phone call there about the one of the roofs that he's going to be repairing. We just had a big storm, as you saw in the last video, come through, and a lot of roofs and a lot of siding, a lot of houses got damaged. So roofing companies are super busy right now. Roman collaborated a dirt drag there out of a pallet, and it actually did really well. Dragging around, and turned out super good. So, and it worked easier. I told him I had one, but it was at our other shop, and just dragging it around and kind of made the grass come to the surface, and we were able to, pull dirt around, and move it around into low spots, and just kind of gave the yard an overall great finish. So that's what we were doing there. This side of the yard, there was a trampoline there. They took it down. When I first got there, I was like, hey, where's your trampoline? Did the storm take it away? And they're like, no, we took it down. But he's wanting more grass and wants his lawn looking super good, so they took it down. The kids really don't play on it anymore. So there was kind of a really thin spot right here. Of course, it was unlevel, so we went ahead and tilled it up, graded, and pulled all the dirt to the low spots. There's a high spot there, just right in front of those boards you see laying there. They've been redoing their porch, and just kind of getting a lot of things done there. Now, if y'all notice, when I raise my 3-point hitch up, I have to use the bucket and boom to get the 3-point hitch to raise up. There must be something in the valve that's messed up. We had a hydraulic hose blow last year, and after changing that metal line, the 3-point hitch wouldn't work. So I'm assuming it's something in that valve that is not working. But if you disconnect the bucket and hook the hose back into itself, the 3-point hitch works. So if you guys have any ideas of what that might be, drop those in the comments below. But of course, we're using the GoPro up here on the tripod. This is not drone footage, but we've got my little thing and I can turn it as I work, so makes it to where everything's always going to be in frame. So here is just a lot of back and forth. He's grading with the forklift pallet, and I'm just tilling, kind of keeping the dirt loose so he can move it around. And also getting up close to the porch here, as it looked like the bucket was going to hit the porch. that it didn't. So just trying to keep it loose. We're dragging dirt around and just moving dirt. All right, well, that's done for now. We got to do a little bit more grading. We got her pretty thinned out. She's not nearly as bad as she was. We got that sidewalk taken out, which we're gonna have to get a saw and cut that piece up because it's pretty heavy and it wouldn't break. So yeah, then we're gonna do some seating. I'm gonna bring probably a better drag in maybe and drag this a little better. It is pretty packed down again, and we got some rain coming in tomorrow. So we're going to get this all cleaned up and get her all fixed up. So they got this side done too. Of course, you can see the sidewalk's all covered in dirt because we were dragging across it, but it's turned out real good. And I also want to give a big shout out to my buddy Chris. He's the one that did the drone footage. So if you haven't done so, go check him out with Chris Delivers. He does some really cool videos on there with delivering goods to people. So if you want some really cool content there, go check him out. Link in the description. He's a good friend of mine, and he did that. He actually got me, kind of taught me some stuff about drones. And if you stay tuned to the channel, well, we might just have one of our own. So I'm very super excited for that. And we're gonna get this kubota back on the trailer. We're gonna call it a day. I'm gonna go home and rest. We're gonna let this sit, let it get a little rain on it. We will rake up all that loose grass over there, get that out of the yard. May just bring my little craftsman with the bagger on it and bag it up, all that good stuff. But we also trimmed the tree limbs up here, got them looking a little better, raised the canopy up a little bit so everything's not super hanging low. So that's gonna help with that. So stay tuned for part 2 in the next part. Thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Stay tuned for part 2. We'll see you guys in the next.